first time ever.
Warning acts of terror.
We are ready to engage with a two-state solution.
Some of his most senior cabinet members
The drivers of a new economic age.
Imagine the world's two biggest economies locked in the trade war. Now the leaders agree to meet face to face. Jai Hind and welcome to MND The Futurist, and today we are going to decode why President Trump is heading to Beijing next April and why Xi Jinping will come to the United States later next year. What are the stakes? Trade, Taiwan, Ukraine, and the global order. So what was announced? In November 24th, 2025 phone call, Trump announced he has accepted an invitation from Xi Jinping to visit Beijing in April. He also posted, "Our relationship with China is extremely strong." In return, Trump said he invited Xi Jinping for a state visit to the United States later next year. And this is the way Trump speaks when he wants to improve relationships. Chinese government statements confirm the call, the visit plan, but were less specific on the state visit timeline. Now, why this matters? Let's understand the macro picture of this. First, trade and economy. What is the backdrop? Many years of tariffs, trade restrictions, rare earth export controls. In the call, they touched upon soybeans. China's purchases of United States soybeans are resuming. They also mentioned phenyl, precursor chemicals. The United States want China to help reduce the flow of chemicals used for synthetic opioids. So the visit sets the stage for economic stabilization plus possibly some new deals as well. What are the geopolitics and the strategic tensions behind this? Now, the big elephant in the room, Taiwan. According to China, Xi Jinping told Trump that Taiwan's return to the mainland is an integral part of the post-war international order. Trump, in his post, didn't mention Taiwan. Chinese readout did. The omission is telling. So then the war in Ukraine. Both sides discussed Ukraine. China says it supports efforts for a fair, lasting and binding peace. Korea and Asia Pacific. Their meeting followed a summit in Busan, South Korea, where both met. Now all of this means Beijing visit is not just economic. It is certainly strategic. What is the symbolism and messaging? A United States president visiting Beijing and the Chinese leader visiting Washington equals to big diplomatic gesture. Both sides want to show the relationship is stable even if it's not fully aligned. Good for global markets, supply chains, and signaling to allies and rivals. A quick recap if we do. Trump previously visited China in 2017. During his first term, Xi and Trump met in Busan, South Korea in October 2025. And that meeting produced a framework for a trade deal. Now this visit takes it to the next level. Why April for Beijing visit? Lightly timed. Spring weather, symbolic fresh start ahead of 2026 United States midterms. And why a US visit for Xi later next year? Diplomatic reciprocity. United States want to show we are open to China if China plays by rules. So what are the key issues on the table? First is trade and economic. Second, soybeans. China agrees to buy large volumes of United States soybeans. Third, tariff and rare earths. United States reportedly agreed to reduce tariffs that were at some 57.6% on Chinese goods to around 47.6%. Phenyl and precursor chemicals. China restricting exports of certain chemicals to United States, helping United States drug crisis. So for US farmers and industries, this could mean relief and growth. For China, access to the global markets. Then Taiwan and Indo-Pacific security. Now China repeatedly states Taiwan is a core interest. In the call, Xi Jinping framed Taiwan as integral to post-war international order. The United States maintains strategic ambiguity about whether it will defend Taiwan under the military attack. Then Japan-China tensions. Japan's new prime minister raised possibility of intervening if Taiwan is attacked. China criticized that as crossing a red line. So the visit thus touches on wider Indo-Pacific geopolitics. Then Ukraine and the global order. China wants a fair, lasting, binding peace in Ukraine. Washington is pushing diplomacy but has concerns about Russia-China axis. So China's statement about United States and China safeguarding the victory of World War II reflects Beijing's vision of itself as major global power and partner in shaping the entire world order. Then domestic and political signals. For Trump, visiting China sends message of strength on trade and diplomacy. And for China, engaging the United States publicly certainly signals it is not isolated and can manage great power rivalry on its own terms. Let's understand what are the risks and some unresolved issues. Although the visit is positive, major disagreements remain. First is certainly Taiwan's sovereignty, military posturing, China's human rights record, export controls, and many others. So, and certainly it is noted this might be a truce, not a full resolution of the United States and China rivalry. The Chinese readout emphasized, Taiwan, United States readout did not. So that certainly divergence suggests different expectations. United States elections in 2026, 2028, China's internal challenges, economy, demographic, mean continuity cannot be taken for granted for sure. Now let's understand allies and partners. When United States allies in Asia like Japan, Australia, India may worry China is getting a detent while regional tensions persist. What it means for India, Asia and the world. For India, a closer US-China engagement might shift India's strategic calculus. India must watch supply chains, manufacturing and the defense alliances. And for Asia and Pacific, Japan and Australia may recalibrate their posture if US and China find some maybe the diplomatic space. So for the global economy, stable US-China relationship certainly will ease supply chain risks. It will boost market, it will reduce the entire tariff shock. And for global governance, if US and China cooperate more, we might see renewed diplomacy on climate, technology, robots, artificial intelligence, and even on global security. So let's wait and watch for next 6 to 12 months. April 2026, look for the agenda of Trump's Beijing visit. Which subjects will be high profile? Will press conferences be joint? Will any treaties be signed? And late 2026, details of Xi Jinping's US visit, wherein United States, what state and what concessions. What are going to be the trade deals, soybeans, volume, rare earth export policy, tariff reductions, and then security signals. Will Taiwan be publicly discussed? Will there be public defense commitments? What are going to be the regional reactions? Japan, South Korea, ASEAN countries, India's next moves, and very important, market and supply chain indicators. Will manufacturing shift? Will global investment flows change? So to sum up, this announcement is not the end of US-China competition or rivalry or relationship. It might be the beginning of a maybe new phase, if we can say, one where the rivalry remains but engagement increases. For us, all of us as viewers, monitor not just what is said but what is done. The real test will be in the actions, deals, bricks and mortar, and whether allies feel included. If you find this breakdown useful, do hit the like button, do subscribe to your own channel MND The Futurist, and drop a comment. Which area of US-China relations do you think will shift the most? Trade, Taiwan or global security? Thanks for your time and thanks for watching it, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Jai Hind and Jai Bharat.